Hello everyone, Zach here with what's gotta be one of the most high profile games in a long while. We have got today a 4 versus 4 on Nomad, and this one is going to be pretty darn cool because you might be thinking, well, the title says Tyrant versus RVK. Who exactly does that entail? Well, I can tell you for sure that that includes Doubt, Jordan, the Viper, Dogao, Fiage, Wrath, Envy, and Malevolent Wave, who is known as Sork. So we've pretty much got one of the highest profile games around at the moment, and this one is definitely one with at least the top 4 or 5 players playing the game at the moment. Arguably, we all know that Doubt is officially #1, and we all know that we've got Jordan officially #2, and then obviously we've got the Viper up there as well. And those of you who don't know, Envy is actually Tyrant's sponsor. So we've got Tyrant versus RVK plus Sork, who is Malevolent Wave, and we've got Fiage, Dogao, and Wrath. So this is definitely got a lot of promise to it, and obviously I've got to say from the very outset though that Tyrant does look to be the favourite in this game so far, purely because Tyrant is obviously well known for being the #1 clan at the moment, although RVK could easily take the win if they do pull together and really sort their shit out, basically. Okay, so let's have a look who we have got, and I don't even know where to go through. I'll just go top to bottom. So in blue today we have Jordan23. He is playing as Celts, a pretty nice civilization. They have a wood gathering bonus, and on Nomad, obviously, those of you who don't know, I'm sure you do by now anyway, Nomad basically means that you start with 3 villagers, and unless you're Chinese, which means you have more, but you start with 3 villagers, and you have to build a lumber camp, gather up some wood, and then build a town centre to get started. And the best thing about it is that you don't know where you're going to start in relation to everyone else. So as you can see, Dogao up here is very, very close to Jordan, and obviously Jordan pretty close to Envy as well, and there's some other really close ones as well. Like down here, we've got the Viper, and then right next to him, like, you know, just like about, I don't know, if I put that into real terms, 20 meters away, we've got Wrath. So yeah, Jordan playing as Celts today, and that's a pretty good civilization to have. They have a good wood gathering bonus, which means that he is going to be a little bit faster on the way to getting his town centre up. Envy then, Tyrant Envy, the sponsor for Tyrant, Chinese, one of the best civilizations you can get on Nomad because of the extra villager start. As you can see, he's got 6 villagers there instead of 3, which means his start has definitely been boosted one hell of a lot, and he's going up with his town centre there, I think probably first out of everybody. Purely because he did have those extra villagers to begin with. Also means you've got some extra scouting ability because he's found some sheep a lot faster than everyone else. And yeah, communication at this stage of the game is extremely important because they all need to get talking to each other to find out where they are and sort out their game plan. Alright, so that's Envy. Then we've got Doubt. Doubt is in green somewhere. There he is. Playing as Huns, and that's a pretty good civilization for Doubt. Although saying that any civilization is good for Doubt because he's a monster. He is an absolute titan of the game, and actually he looks like he's in a really nice position. Going to be easily to wall that, and very good indeed for him. Huns, so we could see a rush from him, or we could see well, we could see a lot of cavalry units, that's for sure. Maybe cavalry archers or paladins, who knows. Right, Malevolent Wave or Sork playing as where is he? Playing as Koreans. They're pretty nice if they get to the late game, but he is pretty much sandwiched. He's in a very bad position right here. He is sandwiched between Jordan to his north and Envy to his south. Envy is Chinese, so Envy is going to be able to push the pressure on pretty quickly if he wants to. And so Malevolent Wave not in a great position right now, only just getting his town centre up, as well as pretty much everyone else as well. So he's not going to be too far behind to begin with, but he is going to be sandwiched between Jordan and Envy. So if these Jordan and Envy group together and work to crush Malevolent Wave, then there's going to be pretty much nothing he can do about it. Okay, moving onwards to the Viper in teal, over to the left of the map, right next to Wrath over here. He is currently playing as Franks, pretty nice civilization again, good cavalry, and so I can imagine he'll be getting some knights out once he gets to the Castle Age, and yeah, I'm not sure whether these guys are going to go too heavily into feudal wars, because it's a little bit risky in a big team game. You don't want to get caught out and then still be feudal age and have lots of knights coming into your base if your teammates can't protect you. So keep an eye on the Viper down here, because he is very close to Wrath, and Wrath is playing as, I'll skip to Wrath first, in orange, as Saracens, and these two are going to be so close together, so I'm going to keep a nice eye on this area of the map to see what happens. I've got a feeling Wrath is going to struggle against this, because Wrath lost a few games to Fiage the other day, and Viper is definitely stronger than Fiage at this moment in time, so Wrath could have a hard time on his hands, but it's definitely not GG already, because we never know what he's capable of. You know, Viper might be having a bad day, who knows. Okay, I have Fiage up to the north of the map in grey. Where the hell is he? It's so hard to see. Grey. Where is he? Ah, here he is. Oh, hiding from us. Playing as Turks. Turks, great civilization for gathering gold, but if they run out of gold, it's pretty much GG for them, because they can't get any upgrades on their cheap trash units, which is pretty much what they need if they're going to go if they're going to go trash units later on. So gold, really vital for the Turks. Fortunately for Fiage though, he is in a really nice position on the map. He's going to be really easy to wall himself here. Pretty much just a wall over here, or maybe not even that, and a wall here as well, and he's going to be really nicely walled in there. And also, as Turks, with that gold gathering bonus, it could allow him to get out some more gold heavy units earlier on, and he's obviously not going to be harassed too much, so he shouldn't have too much problems with his position on the map. Dogao then in purple, and he is playing as Byzantines. Again, pretty nice civilizations. Byzantines have a great tech tree. They are able to get pretty much every unit in the game, apart from obviously the unique units, and obviously cataphracts are such a strong and such a great unit to have against someone like Celts, who might be producing infantry, although Celts could siege as well. And so we've pretty much got, in this situation, Dogao versus Jordan, and we've got Envy versus Malevolent Wave, we've got Viper versus Wrath, and we've got Doubt just on his own down to the south, probably against Fiage. It's hard to say, because these two are like opposite each other, and they're probably going to be playing a similar role in each team. So I'm just going to speed things up slightly at the start of this game, because as we know, or as you can well imagine, start of Nomad games are very, very slow, purely because you don't start with your town centre, so you're slower to start producing villagers, and this is going to be pretty fun. Wrath coming in, trying to kill off all the deer from the Viper so that he doesn't have this food source, and this is really, really cheeky. It's a little bit cheesy, but he's doing it to win, and obviously he wants to win, so he's going to kill off all of these deer with his villager. He's got no intention of collecting these deer himself, but he is going to throw a spanner in the works for Viper there, because Viper's going to have to either quickly gather from these deer, which he is doing, because obviously deer are a fast food source, or he's going to leave them and let them degrade over time. As you see, these guys are going to be losing meat, and the longer they're losing meat for, the less food that the Viper is going to have. But look how many sheep the Viper has got. He's got so many sheep right there. So something tells me, even without these deer, he's going to have plenty of food. Comparing that to how much food Wrath has got, Wrath is he's got these deer patch here, and he's actually got 2 more boar, so Wrath's actually looking in a pretty nice situation over the Viper right now. It's alright having all these sheep, but he needs to be careful not to lose much else. And so these guys having villager battles, Wrath even trying to steal the Viper's boar there. He really wants to put him off on a bad start, and Wrath should actually be in a really nice position here actually, as he does have these boar here and all these deer, and he's walled this area off enough so that the Viper can't get too close without having arrow fire from the town centre and immediate death. So what's happening over here? I saw Dogao and Jordan getting pretty close. Again, I'd say that Dogao was probably going to have a hard time against Jordan here. It's hard to say for sure, however, but Dogao is looking to have a pretty decent map. He's got plenty of sheep, he's got deer close by, and yeah, he's even going for berries over here. Maybe a little bit risky being out the way, but if you can gather them up, before Jordan finds him or does any harassment to his villagers. He should be fine, and I'm sure he will be fine. Jordan actually looking like he's running out of food, and then I say that and realise he's got a shit ton of sheep right down there, so it's probably not true that he's running out of food. He's probably got plenty of food, although he may have to, where has he gone? There we go. He may have to, oh no, he's got loads, he's got plenty. I was going to say he might have to move to farms pretty soon, but he has got plenty of sheep. And in fact, he's keeping them out of the way and moving them in one at a time so that his villagers don't start gathering from more sheep than necessary. So, what else is going on? Envy down here, being walled in by Malevolent Wave. Malevolent Wave doesn't want to be crushed between Jordan and Envy, so his best bet here is to kind of wall himself on one front and try and deal with the attack from the other front. There's no way he's going to be able to wall off completely in his situation, because if we look at his map, alright, yeah, he's going to be able to wall Envy in and stop Envy from attacking him, but he's not going to be able to prevent Jordan from getting around this massive open area here, or even from this side here. He's just way too open, so he wants to really limit his opponent's choices and prevent Envy from attacking him. I think Envy is probably going to be pretty happy with that. He might be just willing to boom and sit it out for a bit and see what happens. Anyone up to the feudal age yet? Let's have a look. Envy is, and Doubt is still dark, Malevolent Wave still dark, Viper dark, Fiage dark, Dogao dark, and Wrath dark. So it's not surprising that Envy is feudal first, because he as Chinese, he's had a blistering start. He's got straight out the gates, and he is getting quite far ahead at this stage in the game. So Malevolent Wave's got to be careful not to let him boom too much, otherwise he could face a very nasty surprise of his rear. Haha. And yeah, so Envy pretty much on his way to the feudal age. I bet he's probably feudal about now anyway. Just going to speed things up a wee bit just while these guys carry on walling each other off and getting hostile with each other. I don't know if we can see much from the chat. Fiage is up to the feudal age, gathering some gold already, pretty early for him, going up with the barracks there, and it would surprise me if we see feudal pressure coming from Fiage. Wouldn't surprise me if we see him go straight for the castle, as well as probably Envy or Doubt as well. I can't expect to see too much from these guys, as they are going to be very far away from their teammates. Stable going up for Fiage, and quite a bit of food and gold as well. Could go knights perhaps. Turks not amazing civilization really. Their tech tree is pretty limited with horse units at the least. They can get heavy camel though, and they can only get, I think they get cavalier, that's correct, yeah. I think pretty much everyone into the feudal age now though, and I'm going to be interested to see what happens over at this area here. Wrath and the Viper, they might be duking it out with some very early feudal wars, trying to get through. Although saying that, Viper has managed to wall this off with houses, so I think Wrath could be in a little bit of a problem trying to get through there, unless he goes all the way around here and hits Viper from the side where he's not expecting it. Villager's pretty darn safe though in this location, and he should be okay for the time being. Market going up for Wrath, so Wrath could be going castle straight away, but Viper is already going up to the castle, so we're seeing a fast castle from Viper, and he's playing as Franks, so that only means one thing, that means knights from the Viper. And as Saracens, I think Wrath is going to be in an okay situation. If he can keep himself walled, he'll be fine. If he can keep his villagers close enough to his town centre, he will be fine. But yeah, Viper on the way to the castle age. We're going to see knights from him, as he is Franks. Franks do have that extra bonus on their knights, that they do have extra HP, which is always great. And any feudal age pressure at all from anyone, I don't think there is. It's not really a surprise. Jordan 23 up to castle, Envy up to castle, Doubt up to castle, Malevolent Wave up to castle, Viper up to castle. Everyone's pretty much read each other's minds, and they're all doing the same thing, apart from Dogao and Wrath, who are still in the feudal age and not looking to advance anytime soon. I mean, Wrath is looking pretty low on resource, and that is why. Wow, okay, so Wrath is slinging Fiage right here. He's sending gold and food over to Fiage, and Wrath is a pretty risky move actually, because if he does get harassed by the Viper, he's going to be in a really bad situation. But he's hoping that Fiage can use that gold and food to advance up faster and get some knights out perhaps, gold and food, maybe some, maybe some camels as well. Almost forgot the word for camel then. And Wrath is doing that. What is Dogao doing? Because Dogao wasn't advancing either. Dogao again slinging Fiage. So we've got a double sling to Fiage right here. Pretty risky move, especially with a Celt on your border, because as you can see, Jordan getting a Siege Workshop up there, so Dogao is going to be pretty hard pressed to keep Jordan out of his base if Jordan really wants to break through there and cause some havoc, because obviously Dogao not on the way up to the Castle Age yet. He's really low on resource because he's slinging them to Fiage. Fiage though, now just hitting the Castle Age. Look how much gold and food he's got. He's got 2 stables there, and market just going up as well, and it wouldn't surprise me if Fiage starts pumping out those knights, and that is exactly what he's doing. What is NV doing? He is down here just walled completely into his base. He has been stonewalled by Malevolent Wave there, and for exactly the same reason as I said earlier. Just getting a market up of his own. Looks to me like NV could just boom it out here. He's not going to be in too much of a problem. He's got another town centre going up on this gold, and it looks to me like NV is going to boom it out. Perhaps wait till Imperial Age, then send out a massive army. Perhaps, who knows? But yeah, Fiage being slung right here, and Fiage is going to be able to get out so many knights because of this. He's got 3 stables right now, continually producing knights. He's sending them up over towards Dogao to protect him, as Jordan is getting out those siege mangonels and trying to break through Dogao's wall. Of course, if Fiage doesn't get there in time and Jordan breaks through, then Dogao is going to be in such a bad situation, because as we know, mangonels outrange town centres, and Dogao has no army to speak of. My guess is that the Tyrant team does know that Fiage is being slung or somebody is being slung, just based on the scores. Wrath and Dogao are still in the feudal age, and there we go, town centre being garrisoned in, but Jordan able to get that harassment in there because the town centre is outranged. So Dogao not looking too good right here. Perhaps slinging Fiage was a bad mistake when you've got Jordan 23 on your doorstep, but Fiage is sending some knights over, and it's really hard to see actually where they are on the map, but I'm going to put military map on here so we can actually see where his knights are and what they're attacking. And as you can see, that's 2 mangonels now and scorpions coming out, so it looks to me like Jordan is going to be going pretty heavily into siege, which is pretty fun, as you can imagine. And oh, this is not looking good. Wrath though, down right to the south of the map against the Viper, is going to be really hard pressed right here, because the Viper is already getting out his knights. As we can see, the Viper's knights have 120 HP, and where have they gone? Yeah, text, there we go. So where are we? There we go, we're up here, and let me just see this. I'm just curious to see now, because Fiage has got all the upgrades on his knights already. He's got the extra armor on there, if we compare them to the Frankish knights here, and so Fiage is in a really nice position. He's afforded to get the upgrades, but the problem is the people who've been slinging him are under a lot of threat from the Viper right now. Viper with his knights coming out, trying to attack Wrath where he can, and fortunately though, Fiage just in time, going to be able to take out these knights, as they do have the upgrade advantage. As we can see, an extra 2 armor for them and an extra 1 attack compared to Viper's knights. There we go. So over here up to the north though, Fiage is doing a really good job. He's actually managed to hold off Jordan 23's attack on Dogao for the time being, and he is going to be able to hold off and defend his allies a little bit more for the time being as well. But it should be at this stage that Dogao and Wrath try and start to get up to the Castle Age and start getting some economy of their own. The problem with slinging, well, the biggest problem with slinging, I just heard some monks over here, this is not looking good. Yeah, the biggest problem with slinging is that, alright, yeah, for the time being, Fiage has got a huge advantage. If Fiage can use this advantage to take out his opponents and put them behind economically, then that's absolutely great. However, the whole time that his teammates are slinging him, his teammates are losing out on economy because they aren't able to get out any more town centres. They're stuck on one town centre, they have no military of their own to combat their opponent's military. So slinging is good to try and end the game quickly, but if it fails, then it's GG for you. Malevolent Wave actually in a pretty nice position. He's not had to worry too much about any harassment or any attacks. Envy is just booming it out down to the south here. He's got 3 town centres of his own. He's just doing a boom, and it wouldn't surprise me actually if Envy was deciding to sling as well. That would be pretty cool if he was. Or is he going for the Imperial Age? Now I'm going to have a look at what Doubt is doing, because we've not seen much from Doubt at all yet, and I'm curious to know exactly what he is doing, because he's obviously the titan of this game. He is number 1, and it looks to me like Doubt is going for a huge boom as well. And if we look at his score, Doubt's score is pretty far behind Fiage, but Doubt has got no military units whatsoever. He's just getting Wheelbarrow out now, and he is looking to me like he is going to be doing a massive boom. Oh, wait a minute, I just saw NV was actually paying tribute to Doubt there. So Doubt is being slung. Doubt could be going for like a fast Imperial with maybe some really good some really strong units on the back of that, perhaps cavalry archers, or maybe even paladins. And look, the Viper there actually saying they're double slinging, and they know that that is exactly what's happening, and that is great, because obviously from Tyrant's point of view they've managed to read the game really well, and they know that if they can hold off this sling, then they're going to be in a great position. And they've already read the game. They know that Dog and Wrath are slinging, and that's exactly what's happening. So now Jordan wants to do as much damage to Dogao as he can, and Viper wants to do as much damage to Wrath as he can, because these guys are still in the feudal age and they're not advancing up to castle yet at all. Still slinging Fiage, and if we have a look at the military minimap, we can see that Fiage still has a lot of knights, but I don't think he's got enough knights. He's got a fair few, but he needs to do the economic harassment as quickly as he possibly can. If we actually have a look at the... Oh, why is it not there? It should be... that's very odd. It's not... Oh, that's why, because we're not on... There we go. Let's go Fiage. We should be able to see how many military units he's got, but it's not displaying it for some very odd reason. But regardless, as we can see, Fiage has got a lot of knights, and if he can do damage to Jordan now, then he's going to be in a great situation. However, Jordan reading it just like a book, just like his monks are reading a book, and he has started to make monks. And as I said in my last Zero to Hero video, monks are extremely unused, and I think the monks in this situation really do Jordan justice, as they are going to be able to convert some of these enemy knights that Fiage does have. Though Fiage does have a large number of knights on the map right now, he's streaming more right across. He's even mixing in some light cavalry there just to boost his numbers. He needs to act quick and do the damage whilst he possibly can, because right down to the south over here, we do have Doubt booming it up, and actually Doubt is probably on the way to the Imperial Age right now, and indeed he is. So Doubt is in a great position, because he is already on his way to the Imperial Age. As we can see, stables going up there for him, and as Huns, that does suggest to me that he's going to go for paladins, and if Doubt can get out enough paladins and then, you know, kill off all of Fiage's units, then there's nothing they're going to be able to do. As you can see, Fiage is slinging Doubt. Envy is slinging Doubt, and Envy is in a great position as well. He's not had any real harassment from Malevolent Wave, just a guard tower over here trying to do some harassment, but it's not enough, because Envy is managing to boom it out and own this one up. As we can see though, Malevolent Wave is pretty much not doing anything. I'm not sure what he's doing here. He too seems to just be booming it out, but he should be putting the pressure onto Jordan right here, because Jordan is looking to attack Malevolent Wave now as well. But here we go with Fiage with a lot of knights right here. Fiage could really do some massive damage to Jordan right here, and if he does do the damage, then Fiage could be the game turner at this stage in the game. If Jordan manages to hold this off, however, then Jordan too is going to be in an awesome situation. In fact, Koreans there, Malevolent Wave, bringing some villagers forwards. Is he going to build a forward castle perhaps? Yes, he is. What a great move to make, and with all these knights here, I don't think Jordan's going to be able to do anything to stop this castle from going up. A siege workshop going up for Malevolent Wave as well, and whoa, okay, so there we go, Fiage running into all of those monks, and these monks are going to get a few successful conversions. They are going to be so worth it, and look at that. Ah, man, I'm just going to quickly switch over to Fiage right here. Go, no, Fiage. Missing the action, there we go. Fiage losing pretty much all of his army right there, and that's not so good. He has managed to do a lot of economical harassment though, and Jordan 23 losing quite a lot of villagers at this stage in the game. He is garrisoned inside of his town centres though, and these knights are going to be lost if they hang around the town centres too long. But Malevolent Wave with this castle going up here could potentially take out this town centre. This is really good now. They're pushing right forwards into Jordan's base, but Fiage forced to retreat. Whilst Jordan sticks inside of his town centres and does the damage to those knights. I don't think that was good enough for Fiage right there, because Fiage lost a lot of knights, and I don't think he lost enough knights to justify the economical damage that he did. Because right down to the south of the map now, we've got Doubt massing knights. They've just been upgraded to cavaliers, and if we look at his look at his economy, look at that. That is ridiculous. So many stables right here. They shouldn't have let Doubt just do this. He's at the bottom of the map, not being harassed at all. He's just massed a huge number of Cavalier right there. I've just seen his food and gold drop, so he is definitely getting Paladin somewhere. He's got to be, yeah, there we go, Paladin being researched, and we could see Paladin by 38 minutes into the game, and now it's looking really bad for Fiage. More monks coming out for the Viper. These guys love to use their monks, and rightly so, because look how many conversions he just got there. Not only are monks going to be able to convert Fiage's knights, but they're also going to be able to heal the knights that they've just converted so that they last longer in battle. And if Fiage loses this, then it's pretty much GG, because in come the Cavaliers from Doubt, and Doubt is going to be able to do so much damage with these. It's going to be unreal how much damage he's going to be able to do. Cavaliers are going to take out Fiage's army, and Fiage is not on the way up to... Oh no, he is. I was going to say Fiage isn't on the way up to the Imperial Age, but he is, because he's been double slinged. However, let's have a look at Dogao, still feudal, Wrath still feudal, and you cannot have two feudal players against someone who is going to be pretty soon post-Imperial. Considering the fact that Envy is already castle and slinging, these guys have made a massive balls up right here. Fiage finally into the Imperial Age, but it's going to be too late. He needs to get out camels to deal with these... paladins that are going to be on the way from Doubt, but I don't think he's going to have the numbers, and Heavy Camel is only just being researched. It's a really long research to do, it takes ages, and now we've got Doubt, and I cannot see a bloody thing because the map is so confusing. Now we've got Doubt with his massive force of soon to be paladins, going to be able to do some massive harassment to Malevolent Wave, preventing this castle from going up, and he's going to be able to probably crush Dog under his heel if he does get up there. Obviously this castle probably doesn't have murder holes right now, so it can't attack to its base, and there we go, Paladins for Doubt, 37 minutes in, and two of his opponents are still in the feudal age. We've got Fiage over here though with a massive army of camels. They're soon to be heavy camels. I'm sure that research is going to be pretty much nearly done, and once he's got them, I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to go and try and do whatever damage he possibly can. Going to go and chase Doubt there. Looks like Doubt might have yeah, he's got the speed increase, he's got husbandry, and it doesn't look like Fiage has, so he's not going to be able to catch him up very quickly. Probably going to try and do some damage to Viper there, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that. The biggest problem with camels is that they're not resistant to arrow fire at all, and therefore they don't make very good raiding units whatsoever. They cannot raid to save their lives, and they are going to be upgraded to heavy camel very shortly, and he might be able to push Doubt back, but Doubt is all the way over on this side of the map doing whatever damage he can, and as you can see, Malevolent Wave doesn't have murder holes there, so this castle could potentially go down just to paladins, and that would be a massive shame. As we can see as well, a castle going up for Jordan 23, Celts, yeah, going to be able to produce either more... They're going to be able to produce either more Woad Raiders or Trebuchets. I cannot even get my words out today. It's absolutely terrible. But yeah, these castles from Malevolent Wave aren't going to stand up to much at all. Koreans are a great defensive civilization, but I don't think it's going to be enough to deal with this at all. As we can see, looking at the full map now, these guys are going to be at the mercy of Doubt by the looks of things. Doubt's score is just so far ahead right here. He's got so many stables. He's moving his villagers forwards. He's got a hell of a lot of military. and not just any military, he has got paladins, and I can't see his paladins because the map is so big and it's so hard to see what's happening. But he's basically just terrorizing Malevolent Wave at the moment, and Malevolent Wave's score is likely to plummet because, bear in mind, we've got Jordan 23 now, and he is into the Imperial Age in just a moment, and that means it's going to be GG for Dogao, who is still feudal by looks of things. As we can see, Woad Raiders there coming in, as well as Mangonels, and so that means to me that it's going to be GG for Dogao. There's not going to be anything Dogao can do. He's just resigned. He knows that's GG for him. There's no way you can fend off an Imperial opponent whilst you're still in the feudal age. VH though possibly could win this for them, but it doesn't look promising as he's just resigned, as Doubt has still got so many paladins on the map. And there we go, GG, Tyrant wins it. And RVK not looking very good there in that situation, but I think the biggest problem for RVK this game was the decision to sling, double sling indeed, and sling whilst these guys were still in the feudal age. That was a really big mistake, I think. It probably would have been a lot better if Dogao and Dogao up here and Wrath had actually gone to the castle age before they started slinging, because they both only got one town centre. Their economy absolutely sucked. MV down here went castle and slung, and he had 3 town centres, a hell of a lot more resources to sling with, and that enabled Doubt, who hadn't been harassed all game, to mass up these paladins and pretty much take the game by storm. So pretty damn good game. I really enjoyed that one, and Doubt really showing its prowess there, and Tyrant taking the win. So I've been Zach, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.